On the Reserve Bank, let me give you some discussion. The discussion is not new. The discussion started while Jill Marcus was the governor. Interesting, it didn't come from the ANC at the time. It came from unions such as NUMSA and so on the fact that this is an anomaly that an institution such as the Reserve Bank should be in public hands. The proposal agrees that the independence of the Reserve Bank should be guaranteed in terms of the Constitution. In fact, the resolution takes directly from the Constitution that quotation that it should be guaranteed. But there's general agreement that the anomaly of a Reserve Bank that is still in private hands is a problem. It's an anomaly. And I must give you this and say, since its formation in 1921, most banks, central banks, were in private hands. But generally, there's been a trend, a movement away from that across the board, particularly that started in the 1930s. And South Africa has not followed that trend. It's still sticking to the framework of the 1920s. That's on the Reserve Bank.
Good afternoon, Stephen Curtis, Eyewitness News. Good afternoon, Mr. Kodwa, Mr. Godongwana. Can I ask, Mr. Godongwana, help me out as a journalist. Is it fair for me to say this? Delegates at the ANC's policy conference want the Reserve Bank to stay as independent as it is now and for its inflation-targeting mandate to stay as it is now. So you're nodding. Okay.
The independence of the Reserve Bank, that is sacrosanct. It's in the Constitution. There's no intention whatsoever, even in the resolution, to tamper with that. In fact, the resolution affirms our commitment to the Constitution and the independence of the Reserve Bank. Right? That's what it says. So, I'm not worried about that. And there's no intention. Conference has made it absolutely clear that we remain committed to that independence of the Reserve Bank. That is, in fact, in our resolution. Is there a middle point? I don't know between what and what. But as I've said, that is strategic task to make sure that the independence of the Reserve Bank is maintained. There's no middle point. It must remain independent in relation to its operations. From a policy perspective, it requires, by the same Constitution and the law, to be in communication from a policy perspective with the minister responsible for finance.